Morning, Tom.
How's it going today, Jesse?
Just great, thanks.
Dead. It didn't go dead until after she got in the elevator. I seen her go in. I seen the elevator go up. I figured she was in there, you know?
Okay, Cyril, thank you very much for your help. If you just give the officer a description of the car. Dick, when you call in telecommunications, I want 2 units to check the immediate vicinity. That car's gonna get dumped quick.
It was a maroon Thunderbird.
She's not dead. That I would know.
You sure?
Yes.
Well, then what? Where is she?
Now listen to me, Eddie. Listen to me. You must have faith. She will come back.
Mrs. Sloan, according to the doorman, your daughter came in a little before 6 this morning. Is she in the habit of staying out that late?
Recently. She's been seeing this boy. Having an affair, if they still call it that.
What's his name?
Dillon. Mark Dillon. He has long hair and no manners and no prospects and no education. Oh, and Julie just happened to mention that he's been to jail. Perfect son-in-law.
She was with him last night?
Well, I assume so. Where else would she be until that hour?
Mike?
Oh, excuse me. Got anything?
Yeah, the cable of the TV monitor was gimmicked and all the leads were cut and taped.
This guy really knew what he was doing.
Looks like there were 2. One guy cut the cable, the other one went across the garage, hid in the elevator, then taped it up to look normal. What do you got?
Over Came in the morning mail. Recorder was in the case.
Do you know where your children are?
Yes, indeed.
Kidnapped.
Well, if you want to get her back,
Just sit down, relax,
take it easy.
say nothing at all.
No cops.
No cops. We want a lot of
Money.
we'll be in touch.
Sit tight.
Say nothing. We'll call when,
At the tone, the time will be 12 p.m. exactly.
The splicing tape. Could be prints on that.
Run it through the lab. Case 2.
Who's the other lady?
Friend of the family.
Bob, how you doing? Phone is here, and the junction box is in the other room. Let me show you.
What's that man doing?
Well, now, we would like to monitor the phone. You see, the people who have your daughter will try to contact you, and when they do, he'll be able to trace the call if the phone is monitored.
And then there'll be more police. And the FBI.
Yeah, we can request a bureau to come in after 24 hours if we really need them. But I feel we could really use the monitor on the phone.
All right. But please, be careful. He said no police. If they find out, they might... Look, I don't care about catching them. I just want my daughter back.
I understand how you feel, Mrs. Sloan. We'll do the best we can.
Ma'am, please don't touch that, will you? There might be fingerprints.
You won't find any.
How do you know that?
Madame Vasiliev has special powers. She can sense things.
Well, I conduct a circle of students who are interested in psychic phenomena. Mrs. Sloan is a member of my group.
I've seen her do some incredible things. She can help us. I know she can.
May I?
Yes, yes.
Now, what do you want to do? You want to hold the recorder?
Yes, you see, when people touch material objects, they leave traces of their aura.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. I sense a Vishuddhi, Hindu word. Remember earlier we spoke about the different chakras?
Yes.
A man with some trouble in his mouth, throat. Yes. Nothing more is coming through. I'm sorry, that's all. I can't tell anything else. I'm sorry. That's all.
Well, this case is as good as solved. All we gotta do is find someone with the Vishuddhi in his kakara.
Yeah, you like that Vishuddhi, huh?
What are you, a skeptic?
No, I'm just more interested in this part of him than I am in this part of him. Sounds like we start with the boyfriend, right?
Right, I got his phone number from the girl's address book, also where he works. You want to take him?
No. You go by yourself. I'll grab a cab and go downtown and check out his record.
Okay.
And Steve, take it easy with him, will you?
Why, you got another idea?
No, but he's done time, and it won't hurt him to think that somebody wants to send him back.
Well, why don't I go downtown?
What for?
I don't know, slip into a white suit, get in a white car.
Oh, come on now. Get it started and get out, will you? I know, you and your Vesuvia, huh?
Hey, Dylan.
Yeah.
Meyer wants to talk to you.
Hi. My name is Keller. Is there anywhere we can talk without catching pneumonia? cold does it get in there anyway?
20 degrees.
20 degrees. Must take you a little while to get used to it, huh?
Yeah, well, it's worked. You said you want a few minutes?
Yeah. You know a girl named Julie Sloan?
Why?
Were you with her last night?
Look, what's this all about?
She was kidnapped.
What?
About 5:45 this morning, somebody got her.
Kidnapped.
Were you with her last night?
Yeah. Yeah, we caught a flick, and then we went back to my pad. She left sometime this morning. Went home.
You took her home, huh?
No. Like I told him, I was asleep. I don't even know what time she
You
went
were
home for
asleep?
sure. That's right.
That's great, just great. And who did you call after she left?
Nobody. Look, I know what you're trying to do, Stone.
I'm asking you, who did you call?
I didn't call anybody. I'm telling you, I don't know anything about
Now,
it.
you know the family's loaded, right? And we know that you like a good rip-off every now and then.
That was a long time ago.
2 years, just long enough to build up a good appetite. Yeah, grand theft auto. A Ferrari.
All right, so I got high with a bunch of guys, and I stole a car once. So what?
So don't try to con me. You set up that Sloan girl, didn't you?
I didn't have anything to do with it.
Sonny, your friends ran over a newsboy when they came out of that garage. He's dead, and we're talking about murder. If we don't get that girl back, you haven't got a prayer. Now, do you understand me?
All right, Mike. Easy. Did you get a cup of coffee?
I don't need a cup of coffee. I know his type. I've seen him on the streets for 20 years. They're all alike. They gotta make it big, and they gotta make it fast. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, Sonny. If you don't spit out the truth, you and I are gonna have a talk, and it's gonna be soon.
Your partner's crazy.
No, he's not. No, he just thinks he's right. They say when you've been around long enough, you know.
You don't believe it, do you? Keller, I'm telling you the truth, and you've got to believe me. You have to.
All right, let's go through it again.
Hey, Mike. Just got a call. They found the car.
Where?
The Embarcadero. Tow truck just brought it in. Good.
What do you say, Charlie? Anything?
Yeah, the paint looks like it matches the flakes on the hit and run.
Any prints?
No, it's clean so far, but we got a good heel mark on the right front floor. It's a man's shoe, narrow, probably an Italian make or copy.
What's this?
That's sawdust. This was down there, too.
Broken glass?
Plastic. Contact lens.
Can you trace it?
Well, it depends on how much we have here. Possible to run a prescription down on it if we can reconstruct it. But that's a long shot.
Keep shooting, will you?
Okay.
Did you get anything?
Maybe. How about the boyfriend?
I let him go.
Why did you do that?
Because I believed him. I even believed you for a moment there, man. I thought you were going right down his throat.
Well, you gotta yell at somebody once in a while, otherwise you get an ulcer.
Yeah, so I've noticed.
What do you mean?
Come on, we got exactly 20 minutes till the next phone call to Sloan's.
Is everything all right?
Yes.
Lieutenant, come on in.
The call come?
No. Madame Vasiliev has been trying to overlook the people who took Julie.
Oh, that's good. Now we've got 2 minutes left. And are you ready?
Yes, sir.
She has seen something. I want you to listen to her.
I appreciate your faith in that woman, Mrs. Sloan. But I think you'd better let us do this our way.
Well, just what have you done? Put a policeman in my living room. What good does that do? Look, I want you to listen to her. She knows.
Adele!
Olga, will you tell them, please?
It's hard to explain to someone who doesn't share our beliefs.
Look, if you feel something, you should tell us.
It's how the lieutenant feels that's important. If he's as skeptical as he looks, I'm sure he doesn't want to hear.
It's my business to be skeptical, and I don't mean to offend you.
Oh, you haven't, not at all. No, you're good at what you do, very good. As a matter of fact, I have great faith in you, even if you have none in me.
Thank you, you're very kind.
Lieutenant.
All set? Just keep calm. And agree to everything they say. Try to keep them talking.
Adele, trust him.
Hello?
Mrs. Sloan?
Yes, this is Mrs. Sloan.
Then you know who this is.
Yes? Where's my daughter? Where's Julie?
She's fine. You just pay attention, you hear? Pay real good attention. You go to the bank and get $100,000. Old bills, you understand? Then you go home and wait. We'll tell you what to do after you get the money. You've got 2 hours.
Wait, please.
You heard his voice?
Yeah. I heard.
Not enough time for Trace.
Well, you just stay with it.
Lieutenant, please, you heard his voice. Won't you listen to Olga now?
I heard him say $100,000. Can you get that much?
Yes.
Well, then you go out and get it and bring it right back here.
Madam Vasilia, before the call, you said you saw something.
No, I didn't see anything. I received a sense, an aura of a certain place.
Where Julie is?
I can't say that for certain, Adele.
Well, where is this place?
Well, I can't tell you an exact location, but the aura was blue.
A blue aura. Meaning what?
That's open to interpretation, but for me it would be sky, water, something cool, very cold.
Is that it?
Yes.
Things appear differently on the astral plane than they do in the material plane.
Well, I wish I could understand that. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to stick to my own plane.
Man, you must be something else with a jigsaw puzzle. No contest. I don't think I ever finished one in my life.
Don't let Mike hear you say that.
Don't let Mike hear you say what?
Easy, Lieutenant, easy.
Okay. How you doing?
Doing it. Hey, why don't you two dudes back off a little bit, okay?
What's the matter? We troubling you?
Yeah, you're bugging me.
Did you get the money?
No, she's still at the bank. They didn't have enough of the old bills on hand.
We got time still.
Yeah, this is a smooth operation. I don't think they'll go for a stall. We still have to mark the money when we get it together.
Mike?
Finally made it, huh?
Yeah, just don't anybody sneeze.
Central Optical Supply.
We know that's the company that made the blank.
I wish the prescription was more complete. Some sort of astigmatism.
It was smashed into a million pieces. It was the best the lab could do.
The company said it was a special lens. They also said that you were one of a half a dozen people who ordered it from them within the last year.
Yes. According to this information, it's a sports lens designed for strenuous activity. Has a groove around the edge to hold it in place. Now, I've only fitted one patient with it recently that I can recall. Here we go. Rubiro. Carlos Rubiro.
Got an address?
Yeah, 92 7th Street Hotel, Atlanta.
You know, this address is a year old?
Yeah, residential hotel. Probably still lives here. Well, thank you. We can manage. Search warrant.
This guy's been around.
Never mind where he's been. I want to know where he is. He's got Mrs. Sloane's number in his book.
Mike.
Yeah, it could be him. Fits with the sports lens, all right.
Here's the trophy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, here's some other trophies, too. Look at this.
This guy really does get around.
At least we know what he looks like. Skeet shooter.
Think he's got the other one?
Maybe. Looks like a 12 gauge over and under. Fancy, too. $555-7371.
7371?
Yeah.
Cal Pacific Airlines.
How did you know that? Now, you're not going to pull those parlor tricks on me, too, are you?
I called it yesterday.
Why is that?
Well, I had a little time saved up. I thought I'd take a little vacation.
A vacation?
Maybe.
Behind my back.
Well, it wouldn't be much of a vacation if I was with you.
Go ahead. You want to go on a vacation? Go on a vacation.
Who's this, Andy? Keller, yeah, how you doing? Good. Listen, you run an APB for us? Rubiro, R-U-B-I-R-O. Carlos, male Caucasian, about 5'10", 170 pounds, dark eyes, dark hair. No make on the clothes. Also, check with Cal Pacific Airlines. See if his name's in the passenger list, will you? Good. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Read this.
Waited till 9:30. Where were you? Mark.
As in Mark Dillon, right? The guy that you let go.
A blue aura.
What?
Madame Vasiliev, remember? She says it could have something to do with being cool. That's sort of calling the shots.
Next, you'll be asking me what sign I was going
All right, forget about her. What about the sawdust in the car? They got sawdust in a nice house.
They sure do. And I'll bet Dillon left some on the squad room floor when you let him walk out. That's right.
Hey, Mr. Cowan.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. Listen, is Dillon around?
Oh, you're not going to be seeing him around here anymore.
Why is that?
Oh, look, you're a couple of cops, right?
Yeah.
You got to deal with that element. Me, I don't need the aggravation.
You fired him?
Yeah, as soon as he came back from seeing you.
You got an address?
Sure, it's in the office.
Listen, would you mind if we took a look around here first?
Well, what's the matter? You don't believe me?
No, it's not that. It's just that we're here. We're here, Mike. We're here.
Okay.
Is there any place that he ever hung out by himself, was alone, away from everybody else?
Well, Storage room, I guess. He was icing it up for a big order we got coming in next week.
Mind if we took a look?
Sure, but nobody's going to be hiding in there. Unless he's part polar bear. It's awful cold in that room. Here, you better take this parka.
Hey, come on, buddy boy. I get frostbite easy.
Buddy boy, huh? Where do all these blocks come from?
Oh, they come from a chute over here. Need a new batch anyway. Stand back. Keep your feet out of the way.
Mike? Ribeiro.
Take the bag.
Right.
Time for another call, Dylan. Hold it. Mike! Where'd he go?
Nobody came out here.
The double bag.
I'm sorry, Mike.
You didn't spook him, I did.
I let him go, though. I didn't think he was a type.
That's all right. Let's put out an APB on him. Inspector's A1.
You got the money?
Yes? Is she all right? Let me talk to her, please.
Shut up and listen. Put the money in the case. You get one more call to tell you where to take it. 5 o'clock.
When did this come in?
About 10 minutes ago.
Oh, dear God.
Mrs. Sloan.
No.
It's all right.
I'm
It's
all right.
Hey, sit down.
I'm
Sit
all
right
right.
here.
She's still alive, isn't she? They won't hurt her. Not if I do everything they say.
We'll never know that for sure. We just have to keep working. Now listen carefully. Please, get some water.
Right.
Listen to me, Mrs. Sloan. Did you know a Carlos Ribeiro?
Yes, why?
We found your name in his address book. Now, it would help us if you told us everything you know about him.
We were involved with each other for a while. My husband's been dead for 6 years.
Then he knew Julie.
Naturally. But I haven't seen him recently. I became aware after a while that his motives were not what I thought they were.
He wanted money?
Yes.
Looks like he found another way to get it.
Do you think he's one of them?
Not anymore. He's dead. He could have been one of them, but somebody dealt him out. Did he know Mark Dillon?
No. Yes! Yes! Yes, they met here one night when Julie came home late. That boy did it, didn't he? With Carlos, and now he's got Julie?
Maybe. Where did you meet Ribeiro?
The chapel.
At the chapel?
It's the chapel of the mind.
Well, you really got to give her credit. She knows how to put a scene together.
Well, maybe you could get her to decorate your apartment.
Lieutenant Stone, what a pleasant surprise.
You mean to say you didn't see us coming in that little crystal ball of yours?
I see you have your information about psychic matters from the comic strips. I don't use a crystal.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought maybe you could look into it and tell us something about Carlos Ribeiro.
Won't you sit down, please? Over here, please. Carlos Ribeiro. Yes, please. Now, what about him?
Well, I'd rather hear it on your plane first, if you don't mind.
Not at all. He was a member of our group for a while, very interested in psychic phenomena, but he had no ability, a dilettante, really. So eventually I asked him to leave the congregation.
When was this?
About 6 months ago.
Now, you haven't seen him in 6 months?
No? Why? Does he have anything to do with what's happening?
Well, not anymore. He's dead.
He's dead?
Murdered. In a place that had a very cold aura. An ice house.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Then apparently he was involved in what's happening. Lieutenant, are you implying that I am too?
I'm not going to imply anything. I'm going to just lay it right flat out. I don't think anybody could come up with 2 long shots like you did. First the guy on the phone, and then Ribeiro's body.
Well, I suppose I should be offended by what you're saying, Lieutenant, but I'm used to it. You're not the first person who does not believe that there are hidden mysteries because you can't see them or hold them in your hands. Less than 2 centuries ago, people were denying the existence of electricity for the same reasons.
All right, getting back to Mr. Ribeiro, excuse me. Can you tell us anything else about him?
Only that he existed in this world by playing on the emotions of wealthy women.
And you don't approve of that.
Lieutenant, I have been as patient as I feel I can be with you. I've told you I'll do nothing to interfere with your work. I've told Adele Sloan to put herself entirely in your hands. In fact, it was I who advised her to bring you people in, regardless of the message on the tape recorder.
You asked her to call us?
Yes, she wasn't going to. She was frightened because of what the message said.
I see. Well, then, I guess I owe you an apology.
You owe me nothing, Lieutenant, but your assurance that you'll do everything in your power to keep Julie alive. Please.
She's got to have a record as long
I'm
as
telling you, Bunko says she's clean.
What about aliases?
None that show up. No, look, they checked that chapel out the first day it opened. Like any other hustle, it all scans legit.
I don't believe it.
Well,
I must say, I don't believe what I see coming through that door either.
Dylan, what the...
Keller, I need help.
Okay, good.
And you gotta keep him away from
No problem. Here, sit down. Over there.
Look, Keller, what do I have to do to convince you guys that I haven't done anything?
Dylan, you ran.
I was scared. I got the phone call, and then your partner there kicked in my front door.
Now, wait a minute. What call?
Some guy. He said you were coming to bust me.
Did you notice anything funny about the way the guy talked?
Yeah. He stuttered. How'd you know about that?
Mike?
I came here to talk to you, not him.
That's all right, son. Why did you come here?
Well, where could I go? How far could I get? Look, whatever it is that's happening, I need help. I got no place else to go for it.
Did you write this?
Yeah, where'd you get that?
Never mind. Did you write it?
Yeah.
To whom?
Julie. Who else?
Homicide, Stone. Yeah, where? Got it. Steve.
Yeah.
Put somebody on. Mrs. Sloan got her call.
Where are we going?
Telephone booth, airport.
Andrews.
Hello?
You brought cops with you.
No, I came by myself, as you said.
You're a liar. There are cops all over the place. You think we don't know what's going on?
No, please, look, I brought the money. Just tell me what to do with it.
All right, lady, just shut up and listen. You do exactly what I say. Put the case on the ledge next to the phone.
It's there.
Now, count to 5 and then knock it over. Make it look like an accident.
Yes.
Under the seat, there's another case. Exchange them. Then go down to the helicopter waiting area and sit tight.
All right.
So they told her to go someplace else?
Well, the figures they know we're around. They're going to try to shake us.
Something's wrong. I'll sit next to her, see what they said.
Oh, they spot you.
We gotta do something.
Well, let's give it another 10 minutes.
Hey, Olga, you got it?
Yes, I've got it.
Then he said he knew that the police were there and that he would kill her, and that there was this case at the bottom of the phone booth and that I should switch them and then just come here and wait.
Matching case, we should have figured that.
Well, you can't figure them all. It's all right, Mrs. Sloan. Come on, we'll drive you home.
Do you think they'll let her go?
We'll just have to wait.
Rob, check out that body. I'll call an ambulance and notify homicide.
Baby. Baby.
Are you all right? Yes, Mother, I'm all right. Honestly, Mother, I'm all right.
Julie, I'm Lieutenant Stone of the police department. Are you strong enough to answer a couple of questions?
Yes, I think so.
Now, I know this is unpleasant, but the man that was killed, was he one of them?
Yes, he's the one I had to stay with.
Was there anybody else involved?
Carlos Ribeiro.
Anybody else?
No, just the two of them.
No, there's got to be a third somewhere.
Mark Dillon.
Mark?
He's one of them. I know he is. If you find him,
Mrs. Sloan, we know where he is. At least for the last couple of hours.
Julie, the man that was killed, did you hear the shot?
Yes.
Well, now, this is very important, Julie. Do you know how much time it took between the time you heard the shot and the time the policeman found you?
I'm not sure, but I think it was just a few minutes.
It can't be Dillon. He couldn't have pulled the trigger.
Well, he could have set it up. Gave himself a perfect alibi.
How could I set up anything? I was here all the time.
Could be the truth, son. Or it could be a pretty smart move.
Print report they found on the shotgun, Mike. They belong to Dillon.
Well, that's beautiful. What, he shoot the guy by ESP?
Dillon, you heard the man. Now let's hear it from you. How did you, Prince, happen to get on Ribeiro's shotgun?
Ribeiro set me up. I was the real pigeon, Ribeiro, my friend. That's why he offered me a ride home that day. He had the guns in the car. Here, Dillon, look at the pretty little gun. My fingerprints all over the place.
Well, we've only got one suspect left.
Preserve thee.
Party's over, madam.
Don't be disturbed, anyone. I'll be back in a moment. This way, please. You hold this one.
Thank you.
This time, I think you do owe me an apology, Lieutenant.
There's a sucker born every minute, isn't there?
I beg your pardon?
All these years, it's been nickels and dimes, hasn't it? Nickels and dimes, until you met Mrs. Sloan. And then she was big money. She was worthy of your best effort. Only it had to be a perfect con job. No witnesses. That's why you killed those two stooges who did the kidnapping for you, isn't it? That left you $100,000 in unshared profit.
We never have communicated very well, Lieutenant, but this time I'm not following you at all.
Oh, it's not a matter of you following me. It's always been a matter of me following you right down the path that you laid out. First, it was the broken lens. That led us right to Ribeiro. And then it was the sawdust, the note. That led us right to Dillon, and he was the best one, wasn't he? He was the perfect suspect. Because once we found his fingerprints on that shotgun, he could cry innocent all he wanted to, but we wouldn't believe him because he was a perfect ex-con. The perfect criminal type.
Really, Lieutenant?
It would have worked. It really would have. Except he didn't react like a criminal. Do you know where he was when you pulled that trigger? Headquarters. He's been there since 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Are you finished?
No. You are. You're under arrest for kidnapping and murder.
Arrest? You can't arrest me. What are you going to use for evidence? Your fantasies?
No, no fantasies. We figured you'd object, knowing the law the way you do. So we brought along a search warrant.
Mike, I got it.
You never should have looked. Booker.
Well, the doctor wants to keep her here overnight, but I can take her home tomorrow.
Well, that's good. I don't know whether you can stand any more good news or not, but we recovered your money for you.
Oh, that's good. I'd have gladly given it up, though, you know. Important thing is to get Julie back.
Look, Mrs. Sloan, I realize that it's none of my business, but Dillon, he's...
What about him?
Well, he just isn't all that bad. He was very concerned about what happened to Julie.
Yes, I suppose he was. Well, that's really Julie's decision now, isn't it? I mean, after all, she's old enough to live her own life now. Oh, would you excuse me a minute? I must call Madame Vassiliev and tell her what's happened.
Oh, no, I don't think I'd call her. I'll bet she already knows what happened.
Of course. Of course she...
Better start playing that oompa music, fellas, because I am about to grab me the brightest ring.
500. That monkey ain't gonna pay you nothing. He'll break your head for you, but he ain't gonna pay you nothing.
Oh, he will, or he gets whistle blowed back to that Tuscaloosa prison farm.
Yeah, but what if he does you like you said he done that guard, huh?
But he don't want no trouble. I knew that the other day when I run into him. Now, all I want is that brass ring just this one time. Stick around and I'll buy you a beer in a few minutes. Matter of fact, I'll buy you 2 beers each. Carol, how are you? Go outside and talk. I tell you true, twice 25 years wouldn't be long enough to forget the looks of that screw's head after you bashed him.
I know, I remember.
Look, he deserved to die. You know, you was just trying to help that kid he was hassling. I mean, you had to run.
Yes.
The pity was you had so little time left to serve. Now, you got my word. It's just this one time. If it wasn't for my wife eating all that medicine, I gotta say, coming on you when I did after all these years, it was providence, pure and simple.
Yes. Providence. I never want to see you again, Hobie.
No trouble at all, was it, Hovey?
It's just like I told you. How about them mirrors?
Come on, now, let me look at it. Let me see it. Hey, that brass ring's only gonna make your finger
come on,
green anyway.
Frenchie, give me
Hovey.
back now. Come on, you got it.
Hovey, that's all right. Is that really $500, Frenchie?
I don't know. Let me count it.
Don't worry, Hovey. We'll split it with you. We'll get more than a couple of beers out of this one, won't we? Hey, Hovey, come on. Don't feel bad. Come on, Hovey. We. Hovey, come on. Wake up. Hovey. Oh. I think he's dead. Hobie. Hobie. Come on, Hobie, get up. Police! Over here, my friend, I think he's get an ambulance. I think he's dead. I don't know.
Morning.
Don't they put alarms on clocks anymore?
If you remember, I did not finish typing that report till after 1 a.m.
I remember, and I didn't finish reading it until 2 a.m. But my alarm clock went off at 6:30, just like always.
You know what I'd do if I were you?
Yeah, what's that?
I'd take that clock and stick it in your closet.
Very funny.
Easy on the sugar.
It's not for you. It's for him. Come on. Here you go. Heavy on the sugar.
Oh, thank you very much for that.
This is Mr. Franklin. Hubert Franklin.
Oh, no, Gimp. Call me Gimp, please.
This is Inspector Keller.
Pleasure to meet you, Inspector.
Gimp?
A friend of his was killed last night.
Oh, Hobie wasn't a real friend, you know, not a friend. He was sort of an acquaintance friend, you know what I mean?
What was Hobie's last name?
Hobie, just Hobie. He was a new guy in town, from down south. Tall, skinny, weird-looking guy.
We're running a make on his fingerprints.
Did you already get this?
I haven't started yet. I got in a little late this morning.
We were sitting in his bar in Farrell, having a little taste, you know. Hobie's waiting for a meet with some guy he knows from way back. Just bumped into a few days ago. Then this guy comes in, and it's this black guy. Big, mean-looking son of a gun, you know? So they leave together. So I followed him. I mean, I don't know, it was the way Hobie was acting nervous like, so, you know. So I go into this alley, and they're talking nice and easy, and all of a sudden this black guy hauls off, cold cocks Hobie. He goes down and he don't move. I look up, the black guy doesn't disappear. Oh, I'm standing there in the alley by myself, screaming for the cops.
Some yellow may head off. Suddenly, a cop car comes up. Two guys come up to me, and Hobie's dead. Here I am.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Well, here's a copy of the description he gave the officers.
Any idea from the other people in the bar?
No, nothing.
Now, you said they ran into one another a few days ago?
Yeah, that's right. In this dry cleaning place Hobie used to work in off on Sutton Street. I can't remember the name.
So you're not planning on leaving town in the next few days, are you, Mr. Franklin?
Yeah, please. No, I got nowhere to go. No way to get there.
Well, we can contact you at this address?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, if I can afford the flop, I will be there.
Well, if you happen to move, let us know. We would like you to make the identification.
Oh, sure thing, Lieutenant. Listen, any help I can be, anything I can do.
Thanks a lot. You're a big
anytime.
help.
See you around, Gil.
Okay.
Okay, that's all.
That's all.
Okay.
Listen, look through the yellow pages, will you, Steve? Dry cleaners on Sutton Street.
Okay. Got in a little late this morning, huh? Thought the alarm went off at 6:30.
It did, but it was in the closet.
Two? What happened?
You gave up too soon. That's what happened.
Down by 2 in the ninth with Mike Marshall working against him. Man, how'd they do it?
Bobby Bonds delivers with a 2-out double, and the Giants beat the Dodgers. We'll be back in a minute with the post-game wrap-up, so don't go away.
Yeah, Bobby Bonds did it, huh? Man, he's the greatest, isn't he?
Better than Bad Henry?
Well, nobody's better than him.
Oh, what about the Babe? He did what he did a lot sooner.
Well, so I heard. But could he do it against today's pitchers?
Oh, that's like the argument about Joe Willis and Muhammad Ali. And we're never gonna know, are we?
Come on, that's a cop-out if I ever heard one.
Oh. I see. Well, what do you think?
Not bad. Looks pretty good. Hey, Jacob, feel like catching that doubleheader tomorrow?
You know your dad's coming in on the 12:20 flight tomorrow.
Well, the second game won't start till after 5 sometime.
Don't you think it would be nice if we had dinner with him?
If you say, Jacob.
Certainly I know him. He was a floater, worth nothing. Hobie Shuttleworth, nothing. But Uncle Sam says $2 an hour. So $2 an hour he gets. And what do I get? Nothing. From a floater, you get nothing. I'm sorry he's dead.
Mr. Horwitz, we understand he met the man who might have killed him here. Maybe somebody who worked for you?
Maybe killer works for me?
Black guy, about 40?
No.
Driver, maybe? Oh, around 6 feet tall, 180, 90 pounds?
Nobody who makes deliveries here fits that description.
What about a customer?
Oh, them I got in all sizes. The size you want. Let me see. Of course. There's a guy who's been coming here for years. A big guy, like you said.
What's his name?
Willis. Jacob Willis. He's been a customer here for over 10 years. He's a maybe killer, huh? You never know.
What about an address?
Of course. Here we are. Jacob Willis, 1335 Denby Street. You just never know, do you?
Mr. Todd.
Hello, Jacob. How are you?
Oh, fine. You're a day early.
Yeah, well, thank you. Staff had everything lined up so well, by the time I got there, all I had to do was sign the contracts.
And it went through.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if things keep going this well, we're going to have to start another subsidiary company.
How's chances for getting the big executive for a day?
Well, what you have in mind?
Well, there's a doubleheader at Candlestick tomorrow. I thought maybe you and Peter and me.
That sounds great, but I've got that Lisbon trip next Thursday, and I got a lot of meetings before that.
Yeah, you missed the fishing trip with us. Summer vacation will be over before you're back.
summer vacation. Boy, where does the time go?
Oh, it just goes.
Hey, Jacob, did you see this new camping catalog? It's got some great...
Peter, how are you? Look good.
Well, hi, Father. Welcome home, sir.
Thank you.
How was your trip?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, it was very successful. Now, you ought to come along with me sometime, Peter. See how the old man operates.
Well, I'm glad it was so successful, Father.
Jacob?
No, thank you, sir.
Well, I understand you two are planning a camping trip?
Well, we talked about getting off for a few days.
Yeah. Gee, I wish I had the time. We could go back to Africa, the three of us. Your mother used to love it in Africa. I remember... That was a long time ago. I understand it's all different now anyway, but we really should plan something, you know, sometime when I could join you.
Mr. Willis gets no mail at all. He very seldom comes here.
Well, why is that, Mrs. Anderson?
He lives where he works.
Where is that?
I don't know.
Wait a minute, he's lived here for 15 years. You don't know where he works?
My husband and I just bought this building last May.
Quite a library. Shakespeare, Emerson, Thoreau.
He's got some good jazz sides, too. And also classic. Kind of strange, a man keeping a place here when he lives where he works.
Nothing strange about wanting a place of your own, Inspector. My husband and I rented 2 rooms for nearly 20 years when we were working as domestics.
Is this Mr. Willis here?
Yes, it is.
And the boy, who's the boy?
I don't know.
New plates, has to be a recent picture. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much for your help.
I hope it's nothing serious you're looking for him for.
You know, I hope so too. Thank you. Peter, how'd you like to go to Lisbon with me next week?
Lisbon?
Mm-hmm. Surprised?
Yes, sir.
Not too pleasantly, though, huh?
Peter and I had been talking about spending the last part of the summer up at my cabin near Santa Rosa. But if you two got to go away together, I think that...
I'll get it.
Well, how about that? Now, I thought that might be rather exciting to him.
And it is. But you know how he feels about the country, sir. And I guess, well, we planned to spend part of our...
Come on, Jacob. Look, I offered the kid Europe, and he'd rather spend the time at your cabin in the Redwoods, where he's already been, what, two dozen times? You know, how blasé can you get?
No. It's not that he's blasé.
I know what it is. He'd rather spend the time with you. That's obvious. Well, look, I'm sorry. Let's just forget about it.
If it's that obvious, then it should be also understandable.
Maybe.
Jacob, there are 2 policemen out there that want to talk to you.
Police?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Peter.
Oh, wait a minute, Jacob. Do you want me to come out there with you?
Maybe you'd better. I'm Jacob Willis, gentlemen. You want to see me?
Yes, I'm Lieutenant Stone. This is Inspector Keller.
My employer, Mr. Todd.
Oh, yeah. How do you do? Do you mind if I ask what this is all about? Homicide, a friend of Mr. Willis's. You do know a man named Shuttleworth, don't you? Hobie Shuttleworth?
He's dead?
Mm-hmm. He was killed last night behind a bar on Farrell Street. Were you at that bar? Mr. Willis, I asked you a question.
Your being here to ask these questions seems to say you have some evidence, Lieutenant.
You wish to remain silent?
I think so.
Steve.
Just a minute now. Lieutenant, I've known this man personally for over 15 years. Now, you come into my house and...
Mr. Todd.
Now, just wait a minute. On what charge are you arresting him?
Suspicion of murder.
It's intriguing, isn't it, Inspector? Distance between us is just a few feet. And yet our lives are miles apart. There must be a great deal of security where you stand.
Towel over there if you want to wipe your hands.
Lieutenant, I've met with no little success in the business world. Judging people has been a prime factor in that success.
I'm very aware of who you are, Mr. Todd.
Well, my point is that Jacob Willis is more than just an old and trusted employee. You know, it's not true that any man given opportunities in life can make something of himself. It takes a special kind of man. Jacob Willis is that kind of man.
Mr. Todd, excuse me. Homicide, Lieutenant Stone. Yeah, okay. Sokolovich, come here. Your attorneys are downstairs. You know, I think that Mr. Willis would be very comforted if you were with him right now.
Thank you very much.
Take Mr. Todd downstairs. Say, anything from ID on Shuttleworth?
No, not yet.
How about Mr. Franklin?
You mean Gimp?
Yeah, Gimp. Yeah, I think it would be a good idea if we bought him another cup of coffee first thing tomorrow morning.
Frenchie, you in there? It's me, Gimp. Come on, open up. Frenchie, it's the Gimper. Frenchie.
Is that him?
No. Should have given him a couple of bucks. He would have stayed in that hole.
As Mr. Horowitz says, they're all floaters.
Well, Hobie Shuttleworth sure float around enough of those southern prisons. ID says they got enough to write a book.
Yeah, thin nothing southern boy. Makes you begin to wonder about the rest Gimp told us.
Says he was just an acquaintance.
Just acquaintances. I want to see him and Willis face to face. No telling what we'll learn.
Frenchie! Frenchie! Where you been? I've been looking all over for you.
Hello, Gimp.
Hello, Gimp. That's all you got to say to me is hello, Gimp.
That's all.
Where's my money, Frenchie?
I blew that man Deegan's place.
Come on, Frenchie. Where's my money?
He had a crap game going the last couple of days.
Hey, don't fool around. You trying to tell me you blew the money in a crap game?
Well, I could have run it up as easy as I blew it.
Frenchie, half that money was mine.
Go talk to Mendigian.
Wait, a half was mine, Frenchie. I never had such a hunk in my whole life.
So what's changed? You ain't got it now.
Frenchie, half that money was mine.
Look, don't make me mad.
I covered for you.
no mind.
You run off and I covered
Who
for
are you?
you.
Put it out.
No, that was my money. My money, you took.
Are they holding each other up?
No. That's the latest chance. The wino's trot.
Let's help them out. All right, come on, hold it, you guys. That's enough.
Stay out, will you?
Come on, police, break it up. Let's go.
Hold it. Hold it.
Take it easy.
Get him. Get him. Get that fink. He took my money. He took my money.
What money?
He took the money we got from the black guy. He killed Toby. Get him.
I don't see it that way. There's still a couple of questions Willis has got to ask, like what was that meeting he had with Shuttleworth in the alley really about? And why is he paying bread to some guy like Gimp?
Well, as Mr. Todd's lawyer so aptly pointed out, maybe Willis just loaned Shuttleworth that money.
There's more to it than that.
Well, I have a hunch you're right.
But you're not doing anything about it.
Because I've got another hunch.
What?
I think Willis is an all right guy.
Then why is he paying blackmail money?
We don't know that.
Oh, Mike.
Well, we don't. Have you heard from the hospital about the guy you collared?
He's still unconscious.
Well, I want to see him the minute he comes around.
Let us know.
Now, tell me something. Do you really think that Willis is forking over hush money?
What, me question a Mike Stone hunch? Now, how can you argue against that kind of scientific criminological technology?
There you go again with that scientific criminological technology college stuff. Now, look, I still stick to my hunches, so get on the phone and find out how that guy's doing in the hospital. Scientific criminological technology.
Well, you'd have said goodbye before you left, wouldn't you?
You know I would.
It's serious, huh?
It's serious.
Well, what is it?
Police took my fingerprints. Those prints are going to tell them that 25 years ago I killed a prison guard in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
You killed a guard?
Yeah, my name was Barnes then. The name I was born with. The name I left along with everything else that ever meant anything to me.
Well, why were you in prison?
I was serving time on a work farm for petty theft. I stole a sack of potatoes.
Well, if you killed that guard, he must have deserved it.
No man's life deserves taking by another man.
I know a lot of other things I learned from you, Jacob. Like running away from a problem doesn't ever solve it. I guess that's not always true, is it?
Yes, it is true. But Maybe there's some problems that can't ever be solved. I don't know.
Hey, Jacob, let me go with you.
No.
But, Jacob...
Give your father a chance, Peter. When your mother died, he abdicated his responsibility. He buried her memory in his work. Now, I know he's long since regretted it. Tell him I'll contact him to try to explain. Peter. Goodbye, Peter.
So you ready to hear about your hunch?
What hunch?
What hunch? The Willis case.
There isn't any Jacob Willis case.
There is now, only the name's not Willis, it's Barnes. 25-year-old want from Alabama.
25-year-old want.
Prison break, 1949, work farm at Tuscaloosa.
Prison break from the work? Oh, wait a minute. While he was serving time for petty theft?
I know. I'm asking for more details. There should be a follow-up.
Is there anything between 49 and now?
Nothing, no.
Nothing, huh? That makes him a real desperate criminal, I suppose. No, I still stick to my hunch.
Tuscaloosa was the same work farm that Hobie Shuttleworth was serving time in 1949, meaning that the meeting they probably had in the alley was over blackmail. Now, Mike, it adds up.
Yeah. All right, put on an APB. Okay. It adds up, all right, to a raw deal for Jacob Willis, or Barnes, or whatever his name is.
Now, you play hell extraditing him back to Alabama, and I'll see to that.
Mr. Todd, it's up to Sacramento, not us.
Oh, this is ridiculous to do what you're doing to a man
I
like Jacob.
agree with you, but it's the law.
Lieutenant, I think we both realize the fallibility of what we call the law.
Excuse me, sir.
Where is he?
I don't know, sir.
Send Peter in, will you, please?
He isn't here either, sir.
Jacob! Thanks a lot. Well, did you think I wouldn't follow you?
I thought so, Mike. I hoped you wouldn't. How'd you know I'd come this way?
Well, where else but to your place?
Did you tell your father that I would call him like I asked you?
No, I didn't see him.
And what do you suppose he'll do when he realizes we're both gone?
He knows we go off every now and then.
And when the police come to the house looking for me?
I'm sorry, I didn't think.
And with the police looking for us, how difficult do you think it'll be to recognize the two of us together?
I guess you think what I did's pretty stupid, huh?
Come on.
Where are we going?
Get you something to eat.
Well, Jacob, I'm not hungry.
Oh, it's a long ride back to the city.
The city? Jacob, I'm not going back to the city.
Hamburger well, no onions, fries, and the thick vanilla malted.
You know, 2 days ago, everything was forever. Now there's nothing.
There is your whole life.
Oh, Jacob. Why did this have to happen?
Because 25 years ago, I did something stupid.
You were hungry.
One reason or another, regardless of the reason, you pay for your wrongdoing. They know or they don't know.
Hey, you got anything?
Nothing.
Oh, man, you'd be out of the state by now.
Yeah.
What about that Alabama one? Any follow-up?
Not a thing.
You want to add kidnapping?
Oh, not if the boy went willingly.
Homicide Inspector Keller. What room? Okay, thanks. Guy at the hospital came around.
Let's go.
We didn't mean for it to happen that way. But I don't suppose it makes much difference anyway. Nobody's gonna miss that Rancho cracker any more than they're gonna miss me.
So Hobie ripped them off for $500, then you and Gimp ripped off Hobie.
Well, like I told you, we didn't mean for him to die. Always after the money.
Blackmail money.
Yeah,
Keep Hobie quiet.
yeah. Dumb Hobie. He should have aimed for more than $500. You know, a guy kills somebody. He knows what he's facing. He'd pay anything to keep that quiet.
Wait a minute, are you saying that Willis killed somebody too?
No, he just thought he did.
Who?
The guard. The guard he jumped when he broke out of Alabama State Prison.
He thought he killed the guard because Hobie told him?
Yeah. See, he bumps into this guy and found out he didn't know whether he killed the guard or not, so...
So he said the guard was dead?
Yeah. Dumb Hobie. Could have got him for a real bundle if we pressed him. Well, I know. I'd have paid anything to get out of this. You know, anything.
Will I see you?
There's always that chance.
Where will you go?
Well, I'll stay at my place for a few days.
It's not fair.
There are no guarantees, Peter. You do your best with what you got.
It's not fair.
No. But it is what is best for all concerned. Bye, son.
Police, hold it!
You better call in. We're gonna need help. It's pretty wooded down there. I think I hit him.
Homicide, Lieutenant Stone. When? Is he all right? We'll be right there. No, you did the right thing.
Follow-up from Tuscaloosa. The guard was assaulted in the escape.
Did he die?
No. Retired, living in Mobile.
Well, Willis thinks he killed him. That's why he ran.
Sounds like it, yeah.
I'll give this information to APB. And if anybody spots him, I don't want Willis to panic.
Take care of it myself.
Look, just a minute. Why don't you give it to Jensen? I just got through talking to George Todd on the phone. His boy came home a half hour ago. I want to talk to him. Okay. Hurry up. Get your coat.
Okay, hold on. Mike?
Yes?
On that APB you put out, they think they spotted your man up near Santa Rosa. A man fitting his description was shot when he ran from 2 officers. They found traces of blood.
No, I won't tell you where he is.
Peter, the message we got was from the Santa Rosa Sheriff's Department. They believed that the man they shot was Willis.
Shot?
Is he all right?
He got away, but he could be hurt badly. Now, you know where he is?
You said he was near Santa Rosa?
Yes. Peter.
No, I won't tell you anything.
Will you tell me if I'm right about something?
Not if it's about Jacob.
He told you that he broke out of a prison farm, didn't he?
Yes, he told me that.
And he told you that he killed the prison guard.
Wait a minute. What is this? Jacob killed someone?
It doesn't change a thing. Yes, he told me that.
Well, he was wrong about that. He didn't kill anybody, Peter. That's right.
Look, you're lying to me because you want me to tell you where Jacob is.
No, well, Peter.
No, that's all right. I'm not lying, and I can prove it to you. Peter, look at me. We have one problem now. Just one, that's all. If Willis was shot by those sheriff deputies, he may never live to know that he's an innocent man.
Look, you're doing your job now, I know that, but I'm not going to tell you where he is. May I be excused, please?
Peter. Look, just give me a minute, will you, please?
Yeah.
Peter? I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
Yeah, I know, you told them.
No, I didn't tell them. You know, what's between Jacob and you? Whatever it is that makes you protect him the way you are. That could have been between you and me. I guess I didn't know how much of you I lost until just a moment ago. There's no way for me to tell you how much I regret that. No way for me to explain how things come out the way they do. Why?
Yeah, well, Jacob told me about Mother. What her dying did to you.
I'm glad he did. I never could.
Told me that, too.
And Jacob is, quite a man. I don't care what his past is. He's worked very hard to overcome it. He's worked for me since, well, before you were born. I entrusted him with the one link I had between myself and the only woman I ever loved. Trusted him with my son. Listen to me, Peter. I think Lieutenant Stone is being truthful. And if I'm right, if we don't tell them, it's like he said, it may cost Jacob his life.
What if you're wrong? What if it's a trick?
Then I'll defend him with every dollar I've got.
Sheriff, this is Willoughby. I know I hit him, found enough blood to be absolutely sure. We swung west about 3 miles now, but there's no sign of him anymore.
Yeah, well, you just stay on it. We got some more boys coming over from Lakeport. Remember now, this is for surveillance only. If you do spot them this time, just sit on them. Don't move in and don't press them.
Sure thing, Sheriff.
Denvers, you out there?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you cover that old logging road east of Benson Forks.
Yes, sir.
And all of you, keep in radio contact at all times. I ain't gonna lose none of you to any escaped convict.
Lieutenant Stone, San Francisco Police Department.
Ain't found your man yet.
I know, we know where he is.
Oh, well, you lead the way and I'll have my boys meet us.
No, like I said before, we made a mistake, so please call your boys off before we make another one.
Don't come any closer.
Jacob!
Why'd you do this to me, Peter?
Jacob, put the gun down and listen.
There's no more time or need to talk. I won't go back. I remember that place even after 25 years. I won't go back.
Jacob, no!
Jacob, don't! The odds are you may never have to.
You didn't kill a guard, we know that.
I won't go back.
But it's true, Jacob. You didn't kill that guard.
It's a trick.
Jacob! Jacob. You raised a mighty fine boy. A boy that you can be rightfully proud of. Don't do this to him. Think about that, Jacob. Think about what it'll do to him. Put it down. Put the gun down.
knew I had to pay. But what they did was wrong, too. I could take it. I could take it all. But the boy couldn't. He didn't have enough strength. He saw the guard drinking the water from that cup while we were bone dry, burning up. He asked for some. No, he begged for some. Just one cup out of the whole barrel. The man just laughed. He laughed. And dumped what was left in the cup down in the dirt. Then he started away. And the boy broke for that barrel. He broke for that barrel like the man knew he would, like he tried to make us all do. The boy got hit. God, how he got hit. Again and again. And we all stood there, just like we had done so many times before, until I broke too. I don't know how many times I hit him, or where I got the strength. But I thought sure he was dead. And I knew what would happen if I didn't run. I knew I'd never leave that place alive. That hell.
Thank you, Mr. Barnes. That's all I need to hear now. You've impressed this court as deeply as you impressed those who testified on your behalf. And in the name of justice, justice in your case being almost 2 decades overdue, I am forwarding a transcript of this hearing, along with the depositions of Lieutenant Stone, Inspector Keller, Mr. Todd, also the consent and approval of the District Attorney's Office, and my own personal feelings as to the nature and extent of your rehabilitation to the Governor of the State of California. I will recommend that his office contact the proper authorities in the state of Alabama with a request that they waive extradition and drop all charges against you there. I'm confident, Mr. Barnes, you'll find the time has changed more man than you. And until we hear the results of that request, you are released forthwith on your own recognizance, and all bail is waived.
Mr. Todd, does that mean he's free? He will be. Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
2:42. Okay. Got some change.
Just closing, guys.
Good night.
Thank you, man. The register's closed, fellas. Want a couple of oranges, apples? It's Saturday. Mrs. Barberia's just been down to the night depository. Can't help you. George. $50 will tide us. Well, if I had it, like I said, it's already in the bank.
It's in the box.
Yeah, it's in that,
tin box you got stashed under the counter somewhere.
Will.
Hey, look, guys, I can't keep giving you money. There's just not that kind of profit in a small market like this.
Rich?
Okay. Now, 50. Find it. Hey, guys, please. Try to see it from my side.
Try to see nothing.
Come on, you guys come here every week. I give you $50, $60. Stop! Hey, guys. What are you... No! No, no, no! Shake! No, no,
I'll give you the money. No, stop it.
No, no, no.
There's so much money, take it off.
Buddy, it's heat. All right, split. Come on. Lead on. Let's go. That way, Jake. Come on. Open the door, George! Open the door, George! Open... Get off me!
Dog, we're on fire. Angela, get an ambulance, quick.
You have the right to remain silent.
You know what you can do with your right?
This guy cut down Tsakonis? Yeah, this is the funk.
That's your word, man. Just your word.
Your gun. People who own the store, they stole the whole thing, Lieutenant. Keep an eye on them. Go ahead.
Inspector Keller. This is Lieutenant Stone.
George Barbario. Angela. And that's the guy who killed your policeman.
He was a leader. They called themselves the Cobras.
I've heard about them, Mrs.
Barbario.
Barbario. Could we do this inside, please?
Sure.
Is that you, Rich? Oh, man, why don't you say something? Man, we didn't know you were here.
Where's Buddy?
I don't know. Buddy and Chick doubled out the back way.
What were the shots?
Man, I don't know what the shots were. Buddy catch the cop. Incredible. Buddy catch the cop. Hey, man. What's the matter with you? I ain't lying. Man, this big fuzz. Grabbed a hold of my arm. Buddy chopped. Man, then they got Buddy. They zapped him in the knee or something. He's okay, because I seen him from the roof later on. There must have been 50 fuzz around him. Wait a minute. Chick, you gotta know what they're gonna do to him, right? I mean, the Buddy didn't dump me, so I don't dump him. I get away, that's all. You guys want a piece of it? Whoa! You don't? Okay. What do you got working, Chick? A little job for your kid brother, Richie.
They're like a lot of the boys. The traditions are breaking down. They live on the street.
I tried to help them at first. Maybe I was wrong. I give them groceries every now and then. Or a couple bucks.
They took advantage. It just got out of hand.
It happens, Mrs. Barbario. And I'm sorry about your store.
Oh, the market we can put back together. But the dead policeman, sorry.
Descriptions will help, though. We'll get the four, Willie.
Would you excuse us, please? Please.
Sure.
Fred, I want to make a sweep through a 4-square block area around this market. And we better do it quick before those kids disappear.
Good enough, Lieutenant.
It's our manpower.
We still have 8, 10 men on the scene.
Good. That'll make 4 2-man teams, huh? We'll divvy up the blocks and house to house it. Steve, I think if we're going to shake doorknobs, it would be wise if we split up. Each of us take a uniform.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
You take Fred. I'll take Rojak. Come on, Rojak. You got the short straw this time.
There's an old pigeon coop on that roof, Mike. We tagged some juveniles up there a couple of months ago.
All right, let's try it. I'll take the back.
Check.
Take the front.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
You a policeman?
Yeah,
You
that's
after
right.
somebody?
Uh-huh, that's right.
Guys in black jackets, maybe?
You see them? Black jackets with cobras on the back.
Cobras? I don't know. They were running. Black jackets, yeah.
How many? Where?
4. They went into a place way down there.
You show me.
Nobody lives there. There's a back door, but they still might be in there. I just saw them from our house. We live right down the street.
Good. Good. Will you do me a favor?
Sure.
You know that building I was standing in front of? A policeman will be coming out of it soon. You tell him where I am. And then tell him to call in.
Call in?
That's right.
Sure.
Come on.
Where's Rojak? Did you see the policeman? Did you give the piece to the kid? They're spreading.
You've just been busted. You can stay with us for a while. It ain't too much, but it's home for you for about as long as it takes.
Yeah, we'll be rotating units all weekend. Between us and the Secret Service, those boys will be safe when they were in their cradles. All right, Stan. Later. Boy, these governors' conventions, I don't know why they don't pick on Miami for a change.
Yeah. You got anything?
Mike? Yeah. No.
What do you think?
Wait just a second, Steve. I'm gonna get this little diddly. I really envy you guys out in the streets. I thought this promotion was going to mean this much more paperwork. I'm telling you.
Roy, it's been an hour and a half since Mike and I split up. Now,
You're talking about maybe the most experienced guy in the department.
I'm just talking about my partner, a guy I know better than anybody. A guy who would not wander around without checking in and leaving at 10:07.
Well, it's only been an hour and a half. You said so yourself.
I want some men, Roy.
Oh, Steve.
A cop got gunned down right where we were tonight.
You got to report the write-up.
Roy,
Right, okay,
Roy,
just get on
the only
it.
report I'm working on is Mike's. Until then,
you're not going to do your job, huh? Going to let your nerves take over when your head could be used at most. Look, Steve, baby, I know that her brother died tonight, and I know what it can do to every man on the force. But I can't let it panic us into actions that can set off a real powder keg.
Wait a minute, I don't understand.
I mean the kids that run in those gangs. They don't have all that much of a life to start with, you know.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to give them that kind of an incentive to build this thing into something bigger than it is by sending an army out onto their turf.
Well, that's all fine, but Mike's still out there.
Mike can handle himself. Yeah. Devin. All right, put him on. Hello? This is Lieutenant Devitt speaking. Can I help you? Get a tracer on this thing and climb on it yourself. How'd that go again?
I said we got a cop. And you can forget about any tricks with the phone, because we ain't gonna rap that long.
Okay. Well, what are you talking about? Who's we?
We is us. You don't gotta know who we are, you just gotta know who we got.
Let me get this straight. You're telling me that you got a police officer with you somewhere?
Yeah, badge number 897. That ring any bells?
Okay, all right, just get them going as soon as they find the location. Now, come me back into Devitt's line.
I said anyone can call in and give us a number out of the air like that. It doesn't prove much.
Yeah, and I said forget about trying to check out this call, remember? You want to check out something, you check out where Lieutenant Michael Stone is right now.
Let me talk to him.
Forget it. The only way you talk to him again is to let Buddy go.
Buddy?
Buddy Sims. You booked him tonight.
He's the one who killed the police officer?
Yeah, you don't let him go and you can order up 2 funerals.
You get this and get it good. Threats like that cut nothing here.
You got till 9 a.m.
I'm telling you, department policy.
And I'm telling you 9 o'clock. Buddy walks by then, or this guy's head comes off.
Come on. What do you got? What do you mean nothing? You got an area, section, anything? Okay, all right.
Where are they holding this guy, Buddy?
General, emergency.
Light's better over here. I just thought we could trade spots. Better for his eyes. What are you reading? A fella can learn a lot from books. Place he's never been, things he's never seen. You read a lot? Have you ever read Robin Hood? I think I read that when I was about your age. There's another one, Three Musketeers. Both those books loaded with adventure. Have you read either one of them? You ought to. Ask your teachers about them. What grade's he in?
He doesn't go to school.
He doesn't go to... Why not?
I guess it doesn't matter to you.
It certainly does. It matters to all of us. A kid like that, who likes books, doesn't get a chance to read them.
I know how to read books.
Of course you can. But what kind of books? Can you pick the right books? That's what school is for. It teaches you to pick the right books.
I don't need school.
You don't need school? Who told you? Did you tell him that?
Hey, maybe you better shut up.
You two are brothers, aren't you? Yeah, you're brothers, all right.
David, come here. Split. We did it.
You called.
Tell him. Well, he told him. He called him and he told him.
My man, Chick laid it on him very heavy. He gave him till 9 tomorrow.
What did they say?
They said forget it.
Well, what they say, what they do are two different things.
No way. There's going to be no trade for me tomorrow or for anybody, ever. Just doesn't work that way.
That's cold. Well, then you better get ready to kiss it off, Jack.
Who are they and where'd they take them?
By me, baby.
Look, buddy, there's no way you can climb out of this one.
You mean all of a sudden I'm worth more than one of your own kind?
Nobody wearing one of those jackets is worth anything, man, unless they turn them loose.
Well, I'm sorry, man. What can I do about it? Like, I'm in here and they're out there, you know?
You can tell us where they are. Keep them from making the same mistake you did.
The man says, man, it's a free world.
Stop this, stop this.
You know where he is, and you're gonna talk. He killed Traconis. His friends are the same. They don't care.
Wait a minute, man. Who doesn't care? Like, you want me to tell you how much I care, baby? Come here, man. You punk! You fucking time to do! They got that means something to somebody after all, huh? Well, Lieutenant, still no deal.
That's right, punk. Still no deals.
You gonna give me those men now?
Boy, if we ever had a prayer, a crack in that kid, you sure blew it. He thinks now we care so much that we're going to crack. You know that,
All I care about is Mike right now, what's facing him, and what he would do for me in the same spot.
He used his head.
All right, he'd use his head. But you have got to give me those men. You gotta let me comb those alleys, building by building, door by door.
I don't have to let you do anything the way you wound up. There's going to be a sweep, then I'll lead it.
What are you talking about, if?
I got 50 governors arriving in this city tomorrow. Every one of them, and every available man is...
You name me one man who wouldn't pull double duty for Mike.
That's not the point.
Then what is?
Look, Steve, forgetting that we all know this can happen to any one of us walking in, and forgetting we're more than a family. We got a whole city to look after.
Roy, I'm asking for one section, 10 lousy blocks. That's all, Roy.
Yeah. All right, you got it. You can pull Lessing and Harris, Kincaid and Carpenter to start with. I'll call Juvenile and see if they got anything for us. Juggle that security set up on a convention with CPU. Get us some more men. You give me a 10-20 every 15 minutes. Where'd he go? Yeah. This is Devitt here.
Stopped. What time you got?
I don't.
Must be about 2, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it must be. Where's, Davy? Is that what you call him? Say, could you spare another cup of that? Bright kid, Davy, you know. The way he suckered me into this little setup. If he hadn't done it just right, he never would have had me. You know, you're wrong in telling him that he doesn't have to go to school. How old is he, 14 or 15? Pretty important years in a kid's life.
Hey, you know something?
What?
You talk too much.
Why do you do this for a guy who murdered somebody?
Look, we don't stick together. What have we got?
What's Davy gonna have if you keep telling him that this is the way?
Hey, we gotta talk. Man, they have got black and whites all over the place. I figure we better move this guy till Buddy gets out, you know? This might not be the best spot. Got a cigarette?
Yeah. War's over, fellas. They're putting on a dragnet and a decision has to be made. Who usually made them for you, Buddy?
Shut up!
Wasn't thinking too good, was he? Getting you into all this, pretty messy.
You always gotta be looking down your noses, don't you? You gotta be making the cracks. You gotta be the big man. You don't look all that big to me now. You look like nothing. You look like an old man, and you're ready to die. Watch him, Jerry. Me and Richie's gonna scout another place.
Skulls, warlords. Nothing there. Nothing.
How goes it?
What do you got, Stan?
Gotta be a new club. None of the guys in juvie ever heard of them. Invaders I got. Grim Reapers, Nomads, no Cobras.
We're just going back to the packet on this Buddy Sims, finding out who he was busted with and who he ran with.
Where's Lucas, huh?
Home. His wife has 103 fever.
Well, Lucas is the man, isn't he? He's the guy that's into the whole thing with the gangs, right?
Well, so Stan here. We're into it. I mean, it's okay.
Two guys, Roy. Sims was called up 3 months ago, suspicion of GT Auto with a chick Kramer. And we had a warrant on Sims, Kramer, and a Richard Sung for suspicion ADW.
Sung.
That checks out with the Babu.
Yeah, let's run that one, Stan.
Rings a bell. Sung, Richard Sung. The Choppers. Sung, Kramer, Willard, Lou. The Choppers.
Cobras must be a spin off the same gang. What about a phone drop, headquarters, anything we can make a move on?
Right here. Pool hall over on Clay.
What about a name?
Davis, Ed Davis.
Good, Stan. I appreciate it.
Okay, see ya.
What are you doing, huh?
I'm just getting the coffee that Richie poured.
And that coffee has got to be...
What time you got?
5:30.
At the place there?
Yeah, should be. Nobody's up.
Let's get him up.
Look, I just run a business. They want to shoot pool here, that's their business.
Juvenile records just told us that this is the home for the whole club.
I wouldn't know.
You know names?
I know names, faces.
Faces, huh? Good, let's go.
Wait a minute. Where are we going?
Downtown.
What for?
Looking at some faces.
Well, who's going to open up here? How long is this going to take?
That's not our business. Come on, let's go.
Okay. Just wait a minute. Okay, I know some names, maybe. A few. First names, that is. Billy. Buddy.
How's your head? You cracked it on the floor when you went down. Bullet took a chunk out of your side. You lost some blood, but I plugged it with a towel. Don't worry. You won't die from it. We won't let you.
Word's out. His jackets are underground.
Just go up here a little further, and then we'll go into the alleys on foot.
You know, that guy could have told us more.
He gave us all he had.
Should have leaned on him.
Yeah, it's not your style. I worked for 13 years, shoulder to shoulder with the same guy. I think I know what you're going through. You can't change your M.O., Steve. You're liable to get caught looking the wrong way yourself.
Yeah. How do you think they got him?
Well, he's going to have to tell us that himself when we find him.
Inspectors 8-1, code 1025, 411 Fremont. Officers report possible location of kidnap involving Lieutenant Mike Stone. Will you respond?
81, 10-4, we'll respond.
Fremont, huh? That gang hounds out in the pool hall.
They just might be smart enough to stay as far away from it as possible. Hit it, baby.
apart. Spread eagle over there. Move!
What's going on?
Sorry, Lieutenant. False alarm.
What do you mean, false alarm?
We scared these two up down the block. They ran. We thought we had something. Turned out to be 6 sticks of grass.
What are you doing this far off the sweep?
We just got word they'd be holed up down here someplace.
Word was wrong.
It came from a very good source, Inspector. The name's Johnny Dolan.
Dolan? That little guy has that newspaper stand down in Gary?
Yeah, distributor now. On the streets with a truck early every day.
He says he saw Mike?
Yeah, with 3 Cobras.
That possible Cobras get down here?
No way, man. Why not? Cobras never drift past 22nd.
What time this guy Dolan say he saw Mike?
It was about 4:30, wasn't it, Ben? Maybe 4:45.
Okay, book these two.
How are you guys? Let's go.
Move.
I don't know. I don't buy it. You got a hostage, you don't walk him around the streets, you kept him holed up. I'll bet he's not more than 10 blocks away from where he started.
That's all these back alleys and the way these buildings are stacked up. We could look in there all day and never find him.
We got less than 2 hours. Take these two downtown, then get your tails back on the sweep.
Yes, sir.
Hey, where can we find this guy Dolan?
Oh, he's probably still out making drops. He was heading north toward Telegraph Hill when he stopped us. He's driving an old pickup.
You Johnny Dolan?
Yeah.
I'm Lieutenant Devitt with Homicide.
Yeah, sure. Used to be robbery, I remember. How's it going, Lieutenant?
You gave some information to one of our radio units about an hour ago?
Yeah, I thought maybe it was something you should know about. A big guy I seen around, I think his name is Stone. He was being hustled off by some of those gang kids. Didn't look right to me, you know.
What kind of jackets they wearing?
Huh?
The gang, what kind of jackets were they wearing?
Those club jackets, you know.
What club, Johnny?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just seen him walking down the street.
You saw their faces?
No.
You mean you came up from behind them, then? Is that it?
Yeah, that's right.
And you saw the back of their jackets?
Well, yeah.
Well, what was on them? What design? What picture?
Well, I don't know. I didn't notice.
But you noticed they were wearing jackets?
Yeah.
Why? What was so special about the jackets?
Look, I give you guys a lot of inside stuff now.
What are
I
you
don't
giving us now, Johnny?
Well, what do you mean? I'm giving it to you straight.
No, you're not. Straight's a gang called the Cobras. They like to be seen. They wear a snake on their back in bright orange. You couldn't have missed it.
Why, Johnny?
Why what?
Why the lie?
Now, look, guys.
We have looked. And we know you're having trouble on your corners. Trouble with gangs.
You know there's trouble everywhere. You know that.
We know you filed charges against the Cobras. 2 guys in particular. Chick Kramer and a Buddy Sims. Robbery and assault. Then you dropped the charges. Why?
I figured it was best. Look, they just got out of line once. Nothing's happened since.
How much you pay them to make sure?
Nothing.
Come off it. Names, Johnny, names.
Names. Oh, all right, one of them was Kramer. The other ones I don't know. Kid with dark hair and another Chinese stocky, not too tall.
Where was this?
Stopped me up on Connecticut. They told me to call in. Told me if I didn't...
Connecticut and what?
18th, right on the corner.
That's 2 blocks from where Mike's been throat jack.
Blocked in the pool hall. That could be the phone drop.
Hey, you guys, you gotta protect me. Hey, fellas, you...
He didn't do it.
Chick? Here.
How about you?
I'm okay.
What do you say we split it 50-50?
Okay.
Hey, say, that's a pretty fancy ring. Dragon, huh? Symbol for the Tao.
You know the Tao?
I know about it. The way, right?
David.
It's the mystery of life. And the dragon represents it. Something that man thought up to stand for an idea he couldn't explain or he couldn't see.
How do you know all that?
Oh, books. Books, really. I told you. You can learn an awful lot from good books. Where did you get that?
From my brother. And my father.
Family ring? I thought the oldest son always kept it.
You read that in a book, too?
No. A friend told me. Good friend. You two weren't born here, were you?
Hong Kong.
You've been here how long? A couple of 3 years?
5.
5 years. And your father, he come here with you, too?
Yeah. And died here. In the land of opportunity.
Going in. They gotta call us back, Steve. They gotta...
I'm gonna get some information out of that dude.
Inspectors 8-1, we have your caller on the line. Inspectors 8-1.
8-1-10-4, keep them coming.
Is that the only phone you got in here?
Yeah, that's it.
It's gotta be near here. Yeah. I'll work up the hill.
What about Davy? Huh? What's going to happen to him when this is all over? They're going to put him in a foster home? Or he's going to live in a dump like this and scrounge a living out of garbage cans?
He stays with me, same as always.
Sure. You're going to be dead, and so am I. Maybe you'll be in Quentin with a life jolt. That's a fact, Richard. You could look a fact in the eye and not even recognize it. What's the matter with you, Richard? You a slow learner?
Facts. That's what you've been laying on me?
That's right, facts. Fact, you helped kill a cop. Fact, you're going to serve time for it.
That's right.
That is right. Even if you gave me that gun right now, you're going to serve time.
So, what have I got to lose?
David, you bonehead. With you and the slammer, who's going to keep his nose clean? Davy will have had it. Fact, you've had it. The minute Buddy pulled that trigger on Triconis, you had it. Your brother still has a chance. Small chance, but a chance. You see, I could make sure that he got in with a good family. Took care of him, made sure that he got to school regularly, bought him books, talked to him, took him out to ball games, and made sure he got a kick in the slats if he hooked up with a guy like Buddy. It's a small chance, Richard.
What's the handle? What do you want?
Well, first, I don't expect you to help me. Just don't stop me. Don't stop me. I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to that door, and I'm going to walk out.
I wouldn't.
I have to. I have to, Richard. In just, I don't know, 8, 7 minutes, that psycho that you're letting call the shots, he's going to walk in here and blow my head off. And I'm not going to sit here and wait for that to happen. Why don't you give us a break, Richard, Davy and me? He's wearing that ring because you and your father believed in him. You felt he was the one that had a chance, didn't you? He was the one in the family that was going to make it. Well, don't you be the one that blows it for him, Richard. Okay, here goes.
That it?
Yeah. Chick's not the one who's going to do it, you know. It's going to have to be you who's going to pull that trigger. You're the one that's going to have to live with it.
It's time. Let's do it. Listen, man, I'll meet you, okay? I'll just be a second. You drunk! You were just as big on grabbing that guy as I was.
Not a word.
Where you got him? It's your move, Richard.
Was he gonna let you?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Mike.
What little I know about Oriental heritage, I learned from a Chinese scout on Ewell. Once he said, the trail of the serpent leads to death. Steve. That kid bought that bullet a long time ago. There was no way to buy it back.
David, hey, good to see you again. Listen, Ben showed me that report you finished. The biography of Dumas? How'd you happen to pick him?
Oh, I heard of him. He wrote The Three Musketeers. I heard of him.
Hey, you're doing all right, Davy. I'm glad. I'll see you soon, huh?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna go for it or not.
Time, that's all. Just takes time and a lot of what that family's given him.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, he's a bright kid. Listen, maybe he won't grow up to be a cop, but at least he'll know why we're around.
Is Birmingham aboard?
Negative.
Big fellas. Clement, Freddie Clement. Very large Northwestern connection. Distributes all the way up to Fairbanks.
Will you look at this? Look at these biggies. This is another Appalachia.
Yeah, what does it mean with that Birmingham?
He'll show. Did I ever stiff yous?
No, moonshine, you're the best. How's the time?
It's exactly 5:10.
What are we gonna do? We only have an arrest warrant for Birmingham.
What do you think we're gonna do? We're gonna wait.
Wait. Okay, we wait. You know, Dave, you got one major flaw as a narc.
Yeah, what's that?
You take your job too serious. No, I mean it. I mean it. What you need is a nice little wife, someone to relax you. My sister Connie, she'd say yes like that if you asked her.
Do you have another piece of taffy?
I don't have any taffy. Got a cookie.
Give me. That's a cookie?
You don't like brunettes. I got sisters to burn. Rita. You like Rita. I'm gonna have Rita over the house Monday night for your birthday. Who knows? You never can tell.
Dave.
Go.
Bingo. Mr. B.
Park it around the corner.
There he That's Art DeVoe, baldy, local muscle, very rough child.
Well, Eunice, this is Dave. The rat is in the trap. And we're gonna spring it in, 60 seconds.
Yeah, I'm out.
Now, you've been very good, Moonshine. Now, just stay loose, huh? Everything will be fine.
Okay, Freddie, sit down. Let's move it. Is everybody here?
Freeze it!
I want to say one or two things first about territorial infringement. Then I'll open the meeting up to general questions. Now, I don't want to hear any personal attacks, and I don't want to have any hurt feelings. Gentlemen, we have a $100 million business here. Mr. Scatter!
Lambert, how is he?
I'll try to bring him back, but he's gone. Married. 3 kids.
Well, we're gonna have to have a report. Listen, if you want to unwind first, you go right in.
No, let's do it.
Well, you were in charge of the stakeout?
Yeah. We had a major bust going on. Every prime supplier on the West Coast. Mr. B called the meeting. That's called Birmingham. We've been after Birmingham for 5 years, but we've never really been able to tie him into the organization. I had a warrant out for his arrest based on reliable information that he was carrying $250,000 worth of skag. But he slipped our collar, and everything blew up on us. This officer, Cobb, was posted on the street. Birmingham shot him.
Any witnesses?
I saw it. I was about 20 yards away.
Anybody else?
Yeah, our snitch was there, Moonshine. We call him Moonshine. His name's Fisher. Randolph J. Cobb gave me his wife's number. I have to call her.
You go ahead. You call her and just take it easy, will you? I think we've got enough to start on. We'll keep in touch.
Sounds pretty tight. You ought to be able to hang a murder one rap on Mr. B.
He's a very quick cat. He won't fall easy.
We'll see.
Sorry we're late, Mr. B. The airport was socked in.
You're Carter?
Yes, sir.
The powder man?
Yes, sir. That's what they said you wanted.
That's exactly what I wanted. Snuff him.
Guy's name is Fisher, but they call him Moonshine. He's got a room over on Post Street. Well, I'll show you. And what about Lambert?
Yeah, he saw me too.
Carl, you know, sometimes it's a lot cheaper to spend a couple $1,000 on a cop than it is to waste him. Can he be reached?
Nah, not this guy. He's a crusader. He's been out after Mr. B ever since he got into the department.
Look into his background. Let's see how pure he is.
Women, gambling.
Yeah, whatever. Just find it. Oh, and Artie, if you don't come up with something, then waste him. You're busy. I'll come back.
No, hold it. Come on in. Just 1 second. There we are. Well, Counselor. I was thinking you might have run out on us, too.
New secretary. She forgot to give me a message.
Oh, well, this is my new partner. Dan Robbins. Abe Johnson. Close the door.
So, girl didn't tell me what you wanted.
I want your client.
Which client?
Oh, come on, stop it.
Yes. Well, Mr. Birmingham told me about a mix-up of some sort on the waterfront this morning. Said he had a few business matters to attend to, then he'd contact narcotics.
Homicide. The charge is murder.
Well, it doesn't matter what the charge is. The man's innocent. He told me he was in San Jose this morning.
The narcotics officer saw him in a San Francisco warehouse.
You mean Lambert? That man has been impugning my client's reputation for years.
Well, that wouldn't be hard.
Lieutenant, I have just filed a civil pleading against Officer Lambert for malicious defamation. Just so you know, I'm not about to stand by and let a personal vendetta railroad my client into prison.
And that's going to be your defense?
If it goes to trial, it will be. I don't think it will, though. I don't think Lambert will be willing to perjure himself. When the chips are down, I believe you'll find Dave Lambert declines to testify.
I wouldn't bet on it.
40.
Hey,
Telephone man.
who for?
215 Rudolph Fisher.
He ain't home.
Oh, this is the time he asked for. He made a very big thing of it. It's got to be fixed today.
Well, he ain't home. I'm sorry.
Too bad. Well, I'll try to be back in 3 or 4 weeks.
All right, come on. What would it take to let me know somebody's coming? 2 minutes? Couldn't he write me a note?
Sometimes people are funny.
All right, flip the latch when you go out. It'll lock by itself.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Be right with you. I'm looking for a man by the name of Phil Lundeen. You found him. You Dave Lambert's brother-in-law?
You mean ex-brother-in-law?
Ex. Right. Dave is divorced, isn't he?
I don't believe I got your name, Mr.
Barton. Private detective.
Sure.
Dave's a pretty popular boy around these parts. Everyone I've talked to has a good word for him.
Is that a fact?
What kind of a word does your sister have for him, Mr. Lundeen? Let me tell you the reason I'm asking. Dave's planning on remarrying, and my client wants to make sure that she's doing the right thing, you see? Now, you wouldn't happen to have any advice for her, would you?
Yeah, I got some advice for her. Tell her to run for her life.
Why?
Forget it.
Now, listen, buddy, this just might be very valuable to my client. Say, $1,000?
Mr. Barton, tell your client she's got a deal.
So you got home.
See you alive! You trying to give me a stroke? Somebody ought to bell you like a cat.
Listen, Fisher, I've had all the aggravation I can take for one day, so don't push. Now, I ain't your slave, and I'm not going to be running up and down those stairs all day long after every Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes calling here for you.
What Tom, Dick, and Harry?
You forgot the telephone man was coming.
Telephone man? What did he look like?
Like a telephone man. Oh,
To the birthday boy.
Toast.
Here. To a friend, a great partner.
Right.
A man among men, a knock among knocks.
Right.
Dave, happy birthday, pal.
Salud.
Happy birthday.
All right, thanks. I just want to say in reciprocation that you're right in everything you say. Thank you.
Happy birthday, man.
Hey, man, beautiful. Thanks for the party.
Okay. Hey, we'll cut the cake already. Come on.
You do it. I'm not too
Connie, give me a hand. You bake that.
It's unbelievable. Looks like it's bought in a store, doesn't it?
Connie, bake that. Rita, go get the presents.
I'm going. Come on, babe, I'll give you a hand.
Rodriguez, watch it, because she's got a eye on Dave.
Oh, hey.
You're lucky they outlawed polygamy. He'd have you marrying all of us.
All right, gangway. Now, I'm going to go get another bottle over here.
What do you do?
Cake, man. Incredible.
Oops.
Nice big one for me with the flour.
Want to give me a refill?
I certainly do. You are some cooker.
Hey, easy. I'm driving.
That's all right. I'll take you home.
Happy birthday, David.
Thanks, Connie. And thanks for that cake. You know, Ernie's right. We deserve one another.
Oh, well, in that case, how about a big gold kiss?
You got it.
Come on. We're opening the presents. Come on. Break it up.
Birthday to you.
Open this first. Right here.
Incredible. Who's this from?
I don't know.
You don't know? Who's you know? It's from your brother, huh?
I don't know.
It's going to be a bomb, right?
You never can tell.
All right. It's a tape recorder.
I thought you said these were supposed to be gag gifts.
Yeah, well, wait till you hear what's on. Hold it.
Is Dave here?
Sure. Come on in.
No, could we see him for a minute?
Oh, yeah. Dave, come here a second. Hey, carry on. We'll be right back.
Mike? Birmingham's in custody.
Where'd you find him?
He turned himself in. Arraignment's tomorrow.
I'll be there.
That's why we wanted to talk to you. You'll have to be there. We lost moonshine.
They wired his room, blew half his apartment out.
No sign of a man. We think he tripped the wire and ran.
Well, that's one witness down and one to go.
Hey, come on, Ernie. You don't think they'll try to kill a cop?
He might. Birmingham's dead if you testify.
Mike, are we authorized to give Dave any protection?
No, I don't want any protection.
Doesn't even have to be official. Just some of the guys will hang around, make sure.
No, all right? Look, if they try anything, they're going to try a bribe. Now it's my birthday. Come on in and have a piece of cake, will you?
Fellas, eat, drink, be merry.
Good evening, Officer Lambert.
Well, I see it, but I don't believe it.
Well, believe what?
I'm talking about your nerve, DeVoe. Get out of the car with your hands behind your back.
In a minute. Oh, I had a little talk with your ex-brother-in-law this afternoon, Davy.
Yeah?
He really spilled the beans, man. Told me all your little secrets. He named names, places, dates. See, Phil, he don't even think you're fit to be a cop. And why would he think that? Just because you're a homosexual. Get in.
Any word on Moonshine?
No, not yet. He's still hiding.
Lambert give you a list of his former employers, friends?
If he hasn't left town, we'll flush him out.
Come in. Oh, come on in, Dave.
Could I have a word with you, Captain?
Sure.
Okay. Mike? Would you mind staying too?
Yeah. Sit down. What's your problem?
I just thought I should cue the department in on certain new developments.
Go ahead.
One of Birmingham's soldiers was waiting for me last night when I got home, and he tried to hassle me.
You're kidding. How?
Well, he said that if I testified against Birmingham, he'd have the record show that I was a homosexual.
Are you a homosexual?
Yes.
Who else knows about this?
I don't know.
Anybody in the department?
I don't think so. I chose to keep it quiet.
Do you mind telling me why?
Well, I just felt I could do a better job without the social pressures.
Well, now you've got them. So where do we go from here?
You know, you're supposed to testify for me. Are you willing to?
Yes.
You better think about it. It could be bloody.
I know that.
Who's prosecuting?
Billings.
Okay. You better warn him. I don't want him having a heart attack in open court.
All right, I'll give him a call. Thank you.
I sure don't need this. One of my own men being blackmailed.
Jack, he wasn't blackmailed. He reported it. That takes the threat away.
What does that mean? That there's no problem?
No, I didn't say that.
Good. Because there's going to be a problem, and you know it. Not that the department discriminates, but some of my men aren't as understanding as you are. And some of them are going to begin to wonder what else they don't know about Dave Lambert. And that gives me a personnel problem, doesn't it?
Okay, let's just take one step at a time. He said he was willing to testify. That means we still have a case.
Make it stick, Mike. He's a good man. I don't want him ruined.
Look, we know you run a book. We know that Moonshine bets with you. So let's quit playing games, huh?
So, what do you want from me?
Information.
I told you I haven't seen him.
Well, find them. There's $500 in it for you. Yeah. Call this number.
Sure. Anything for a friend.
I still don't understand why it should change the basic case.
You're not a lawyer, Mike.
Well, a man was murdered. You've got an eyewitness. Those are the facts.
Maybe he's afraid I'll lisp when I get up in court.
That's a cheap shot, Lambert. Now, you can lisp all you want. I still have a case to prove, and you're going to make a lousy witness.
And why? I've still got 20/20 vision. I know what I saw.
Yeah, you're a good cop. But you're gay.
So what?
So what are the jurors going to hear in that courtroom about Officer Lambert?
They'll hear that he's got one of the best lists of commendations on the force.
No. They'll hear he's lived a lie ever since he's been on the force. Somebody's going to wonder how many other lies he's capable of.
Jerry...
It just takes one to win an acquittal. Look, a jury is nothing more than a cross-section of public opinion. I don't have to tell you, Dave. Some people won't like what you are. Well, that shouldn't be the issue. Yeah, well, it will be. Been after Birmingham for 5 years. You said a lot of nasty things about him, which puts his reputation on the line and yours.
Of course I've been after him. Do you know how many people he's killed or maimed with the junk he's selling?
But he hasn't been charged with that.
All right, all right. So what's the answer?
We're dead if we go to trial with just you, I can tell you that. Mike, I gotta have moonshine. I don't care where he is, find him. I'll do whatever I can to buy you time.
All right. You know, Moonshine's got a kid over in East Bay in a convent school, St. Teresa's. I don't think he'd leave without seeing her. He's crazy about her. Maybe you ought to stake her out.
You never mentioned that before.
Forgot. I guess I've had a few other things on my mind.
Well, it's not going to get any easier.
I know. The hardest part is seeing how people I really like are going to react. I guess I never like losing friends.
Nobody does. Well, come on. The lions are waiting.
Mr. Birmingham, you've heard the charges against you. How do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Very well. Prosecution ready to set a date for preliminary hearing?
No, Your Honor.
No?
Your Honor, the state requests a continuance for 7 days.
Judge Kramer, it is absolutely basic to the law that every prisoner be given a speedy trial. Now, if the state's case isn't ready, why was an arrest made?
I think that's an awfully good question, Mr. Billings.
We are ready, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm still involved in a prior litigation.
Are you the only assistant the district attorney has on his staff?
No, sir.
Then why wasn't someone else assigned to this case?
I don't know, sir.
Judge,
Mr. Billings, do you think you could possibly be available in 2 days?
Yes, sir.
This court will reconvene at 9 a.m. on Friday next.
What's with the continuance? We have this guy on his back.
There must be some legal problem.
What? What's the problem?
Well, I don't know, man. Do I look like a lawyer?
Well, let's find out. I'll ask him. Look, will you lay off? It has nothing to do with you.
I'm sorry, Arnie. I'm sorry. Look, I'll explain later, all right?
Charlie, 2 beers?
And a lot of peanuts, will you, Charlie?
Price? How's it going?
So what is bothering Dave, man?
How should I know? I'm only his partner.
Oh, come on. We don't need a continuance. Now, we're ready. We can go. We got the case locked.
No, it does not make any sense.
Makes sense to me.
Oh, yeah? Well, you know so much, Price. Why don't you clue me in?
Well, you haven't heard yet?
Heard what?
Let me tell you something funny. When I was working in Vice, I used to see that guy, and I'd say to myself, I don't know, man. I just don't know. You know?
What are you talking about?
Lambert, man. Your, sweetie pie.
Hey, Detective Price. I hope you didn't mean what I think you meant.
I meant the guy's gay, man.
Now, that is a damn lie, and you better watch your mouth, okay?
Aaron, he admitted it himself. It's all over Bryant Street. And all the time you're trying to get him to marry your sister. Come on, Aaron, you had to know, huh?
I mean, you were buddies. Let me ask you something. What do you do after a fight? Send each other flowers?
Hey, no, Ernie, no, man, come on. All right, that's enough, man. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. You two, man, get off of me. That's it. That's it.
Okay, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm okay. You were lying.
You guys.
I don't understand how I can help you, Lieutenant. It seems that you have the same address for Mr. Fisher that we have.
And you say he hasn't tried to contact his daughter in the past few days?
No, he hasn't.
Is that usual, sister? I mean, how often will he normally come by or telephone?
Oh, he never telephones. He always comes by. He likes to give Dolores little presents. They walk, they talk. They have a very good relationship. Actually, now that I think of it, they haven't seen each other for several weeks.
And you think a visit may be long overdue?
Yes, long overdue.
Sister, I don't want to alarm you, but I think that there's a possibility that that child could be in danger.
I don't understand.
Well, she could be in danger by some people who are trying to reach her father through her.
Oh, I see.
So what I'll do is I'll leave a man on stakeout here.
Here?
No, I mean at the front entrance.
So we can have a talk with Mr. Fisher if he shows up.
All right, I understand.
In the meantime, if he telephones or writes a letter, would you call me immediately, please? Here's my card. And thank you, sister.
Thank you.
Hey, what happened to your eye?
Ran into a door.
What happened?
I heard a rumor down at the grill. Is it true?
Is what true?
Are you gay?
Yes, I am. I am.
I don't believe it.
Well, it's true, Ernie. It's true.
Oh. How can you know somebody all these years and not know anything about him at all?
Why didn't you tell me? I didn't tell anybody, Ernie.
I'm not anybody. I'm your partner.
No, I guess I kept it quiet because I just knew what an effect it would have around here.
Around here? What about the effect on me?
Yeah. You too, Ernie. I was afraid of what you'd feel. I was afraid. What do you feel?
What do I feel?
Yeah.
I feel like a fool. That's how I feel.
Well, where do we go from here, old buddy?
Nowhere. We go nowhere.
Ernie, give me
Don't you ever touch me again.
Is that you?
Oh, that's a relief. I thought it might be Jack the Ripper there for a minute. Hi.
Hi.
How was your day?
Okay. Ow!
What?
Hey, take it
Oh, Ernie, what happened?
Nothing happened.
Nothing. Where's Dave? Here, put that.
All right.
Put that on.
I'll do it.
I said I'd come over and fix you two this great dinner.
Yeah. Well, maybe he got hung up or something. You know, he's been hanging around here a little too much lately anyway.
Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
You didn't have a fight with him, did you?
What's for dinner?
Ernie, what happened?
I know this man a long time. All these years, he's been lying to me, and you, too.
About what?
About a lot of things. About who he is, what he is.
What the hell are you talking about?
He's gay. That's what I'm talking about. The man is gay.
He finally told you, did he?
What?
Ernie, I've known that for a long time.
He told you?
Well, I mean, not in so many words, but we're friends. I mean, we talk.
He's my friend, too, you know. He's my partner. Why didn't he talk to me?
Well, look at you. Would you have understood? How did it come up?
Someone blew the whistle and he...
Oh, Ernie, come on. Nothing's changed.
What?
Dave's the same man you knew at the academy, and he's the same partner you've had for 5 years.
No, no more. I put in a transfer. I'm going over to robbery.
Do you mind telling me why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be in the same room with him. I don't want to talk. I don't want to know
Oh,
him.
that's ridiculous.
Look, mouth, enough. Just drop it, will you?
How can you call yourself his friend? You're not even concerned about his feelings or what he's going through. The only thing on your mind is what people are going to think about you.
All right, Connie, cool it, okay? I don't need any lectures.
Oh, you need more than a lecture, big brother. You need a major transfusion of human compassion. Because you sure don't have any now.
Oh, me now.
I told you there'd be trouble.
How many guys said they didn't want to work with him?
3 so far.
Does he know about it?
Yes, and he also knows his partner's requested a transfer. Mike, I want you to take Lambert, at least temporarily, till I can figure something out. You don't mind, do you?
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, I've got him working with Robbins right now on an assignment.
You know, wait a minute. Who gave you that authority?
You just did, didn't you?
How's about another taffy? Oh, no, thanks.
Boo! Are you the secret stakeout?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say secret.
Sister sent me. She said to tell you that Dolores had a visitor.
Wasn't her father.
No, not her father, but he's from her father. He sent her some stuff. Candy, a comic book. He was right behind me. There!
That's the Swede. They used to be roommates before this guy hit the bottle. Thanks a lot, sweetheart.
Now what are you gonna do? Gun him down?
Let's take it nice and slow. One, 2, 3, 4, 500.
Yeah, I knew he'd be around here sooner or later. I'd call you the minute he left.
You're a big hero.
I told you how he was dressed.
Yeah, you told me. You told me. I'll find him.
Well, we lost him.
He spot you? No, I don't think so. He drove straight here and he parked across the street. He's got to be in here somewhere.
Well, what about Moonshine?
No sign of him. Wait, hold it. Hold it. He's here, too. I don't know what's the matter with me. It must be too many distractions. Moonshine used to work with the Carneys. I should have remembered that. There'd be no better place in town to hide out than here.
All right, come on, let's take a look.
Let's take a little walk, Moonshine. Drop it. Drop it! The clown. Find him. Come on, hurry up! This man's hurt. He's gonna need an ambulance. Here, that's his. Watch him.
He just disappeared.
Oh, he's in here somewhere.
All right. Let's check the arcades. Come on.
Please.
Come on, up. Come on, get up, will you?
Hey, what's the rap?
You know the rap, Moonshine. You're a material witness to a murder.
Never seen it.
The powder man's on his way to the hospital. He fits the description that your landlady gave of him. That means he's not in the picture anymore.
DeVoe out of the picture?
No, not yet.
Never seen it.
You can have 24-hour protection.
Protection? Mr. B got mad at a friend of mine up north. He sends DeVoe after him. This guy's got a cop living at his house. So DeVoe sets fire to the place. And he shoots them both of them. They both come running out. He shoots them like ducks. I don't want your protection!
Then how would you like to spend some time in Q for withholding evidence?
I got pals there. I wouldn't mind that.
You want to know something? Birmingham's got pals there, too.
I don't care, all right?
All right. There's another way. Suppose we put DeVoe on ice for you.
If you got him boxed, how come he's on a loose?
Because I didn't want to bring a charge against him until I had
What
to.
charge?
Blackmail.
You need proof.
I've got it in his own voice. I had a pocket tape recorder running the night he tried to shake me down. I didn't want to use it unless I had to.
Why not?
He did a real number on me, names, places, people I've been involved with.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you let Billings play that tape in open court?
Yeah.
Provide a real circus for the news media.
I want Birmingham.
I don't understand. Well, I don't understand this stuff.
Look, you're safe, Moonshine. You want a DeVoe jugged and you've got it. He'll get 5 to 10 for blackmail with his record.
What? I know what Shelley's in. I'll testify.
Now listen to me. Wait a minute. Hold it. Now listen. When we've got him cornered and nailed, that's when you testify. Otherwise, you go with him.
You really want to leave your little girl alone all that time, Moonshine?
All right. You're right, all right. I'm okay.
Objection. Hearsay evidence, not relative to the present case.
Sustained. Issue here is murder, Officer Lambert. Please stick to that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
I was outside a warehouse on Kellogg and Carrington.
Officer Cobb attempted to stop a man for questioning.
The man shot and killed him.
Could you identify this man? And is he in the courtroom now?
Yes, there. Call Birmingham.
You're a witness?
Officer Lambert, how many times have you arrested Mr. Birmingham in the course of your duties?
I'm not sure. It was 4. No, it was 5 times.
And how many convictions are there against him?
Well, there are none that I know of.
But it hasn't been for want of trying on your part, has it? As a matter of fact, you would do a great deal to see this man in jail. Even lie, wouldn't you?
No.
And I gather you're not the lying kind.
Not when it comes to police matters.
Uh-huh. And you've never lied to or for the police department, have you?
That's right.
I see. Officer Lambert, are you a homosexual?
No objection, Mr. Billings?
No, Your Honor.
Are you sure this is relevant?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm sure.
Answer the question.
Yes.
Did the police department know this at the time you joined?
No.
So you lied to them, didn't you?
No, sir. No, sir. I was never asked that question.
How fortunate that you omitted to tell the truth. How many other times have you omitted to tell the truth? Your whole life has been a living lie, hasn't it?
Objection. Sustained.
No further questions. You may redirect.
Officer Lambert, has there ever been an attempt to blackmail you because of your homosexuality?
Objection.
How in the world can you do that, Mr. Johnson? You opened the line. Overruled. Go ahead.
There was an attempt to blackmail me last Monday night.
By whom?
An employee of Mr. Birmingham by the name of Arthur DeVoe.
Do you have any proof of this?
Yes, I do. I have a tape recording of it.
Is this the one?
Yes.
Your Honor, I would like to play this, and then I would like to have it marked People's Exhibit number 1.
Good evening, Officer Lambert.
Well, I see it, but I don't believe it.
Well, I believe what?
I'm talking about your nerve, DeVoe. Get out of the car with your hands behind your back.
In a minute. I had a little talk with your ex-brother-in-law this afternoon, Davy.
Yeah?
He really spilled the beans, man. Told me all your little secrets. He named names, places, dates. See, Phil, you don't even think you're fit to be a cop. And why would he think that? Just because you're a homosexual.
Moonshine's testimony, I don't think we have anything to worry about. It's got to be a lock.
Well, I wish there'd been some other way we could have nailed DeVoe.
I wish so, too.
Captain said he wants you to return to narcotics today.
Yeah, I heard. Well, it was a short partnership, but I think a profitable one. Thanks for your support.
Anytime.
Hey, Dave. Mike, Dan, congratulations, man.
Thanks.
I hear Birmingham's really going to get his.
Yeah, you got 2 for the price of 1, pal. It's going to be a long time before Art DeVoe's on the streets again, I'll tell you that.
You all right?
I'll see you upstairs, Eddie.
Okay. See you guys later.
Right.
You did good in court, pal. I never would have played that tape. Never.
Well, you didn't have to.
Oh, I meant to tell you, I'm going to chicken out of that transfer. What do I know about robbery?
Well, you could learn.
Yeah, but that's the trouble with me. I'm such a slow learner. I kind of figure I know what I'm doing around here, you know? I trust the guys around me, and what's the sense of breaking up a good team? Is that okay with you?
Hey, we were made for each other.
You had to say that, huh?